Hi, and welcome to episode 30 of Daisy Knits. I'm Daisy, hanging out upstairs in my neighbor room, shops behind me, and all around because I have a mess and a half. Anyways, how y'all doing? Thanks for coming and sitting with me today. So I got a little bit of stuff to do, a whole lot of crazies, and life is happening, right? So we'll start off with some knitting and then we'll go from there. I have a finished object. So I showed you this last week. It is the Simple Yet Effective Cowl by Tin Can Knits. It is knit out of Sun Valley fibers. These were remnants. I had about, I think, 60 grams of the blue and about 30 grams of the green. It was like 67 and 31 or something like that. So what I did was I held the green and the blue double, started at the top until I got down here, and then when I ran out of the green, I held the blue double inside of the outside of the ball until I ran out. Not, like, it's not very long, but it bust out stash, and I think I'm going to try to see if I can block it where it'll, like, stretch a bit. We'll see. Anyways, it's kind of nice and cozy. I think it'll be good in like my coat to keep it up near my neck but not suffocating. So, and almost 100 grams out of my yarn stash. There we go. Gone. Used up. So, that was here. This past weekend I had a show and I like to knit on something fairly brainless at shows. So I got this crazy idea that I would do heels. And I can do those at a show. I can just knit, because it's just like a heel cozy. A heel cozy. Yeah, that's a good way to describe it. So I pulled out some remnants, some little bitty leftover balls that I had left from other socks. And I cast on 64 stitches. I did... getting ready to lose a needle. Hang on just a sec. There we go. I did 10 rounds of ribbing, 10 rounds of stockinette, and then I went into a heel. For my heel, I did an Eye of Partridge heel with a garter stitch tab. And then for my heel turn, I did a V heel, and I want to say it's sometimes called a handkerchief heel, but I'm not positive on that. It's the V heel. Anyways, that's what I did. So it's really, like, that's how the pattern calls for. It's a very narrow heel. And what I'm going to do is I've done the gusset decreases down here. I'm going to do 10 rounds of stockinette, 10 rounds of ribbing, and then bind off. So it really is just going to cover my heel. Not even my heel. I am thinking that I might design a class around heels, but actually have samples of different kinds of heels. So this is the V. I'm going to do a Dutch heel, a French heel, German short row, the Vishka slip short row, a crystal heel, just to have a variety of heels so you can see which ones. And I think that when they're like this, it's easy for people to feel it, but also to really look at it. And if your foot's close, you could try it on. That's my harebrained idea. I had this idea Thursday night. I'm like, oh, genius. All different heels. But if I tag them, then people can see that's what this is. And I think that would be really kind of cool to actually be able to lay them all out and say, this is the kind of heels these are. I don't know why, but I think that would be so much fun. So, you'll probably be seeing some more little heel cozies, because these, like I said, I can knit these wherever. I can knit these on the go. They're brainless. Also, I did the Eye of Partridge heel on this one, where I did my 3 stitches for my garter tab, and then I slipped one, knit one, slipped one, purled one across, and then I knit all the way back. I also would like to do where you slip the first stitch. I would like to do a heel where you slip the last stitch. Just to compare, I also would like to have a plain stockinette heel, and I guess it's an Eye of Partridge heel as well, where you alternate slip one, purl one or slip one, knit one, and then knit one, slip one. You know what I mean? So you're alternating. I would like to do a variety of heel flaps, different styles, and the selvage edges. That way you can really see just that difference. So that's part of my crazy pants idea here. I have a running list that I'm going to do up, and they'll all be tagged so you can see them. I can see them. I guess if I make a class, y'all could see them. That's the concept behind that. No spinning happened this week. However, I did some master knitter work. I was real pretty with my master knitter work. You want to see? So pretty. So here is swatch number 3, or attempt number 3, I should say, not swatch 3, attempt 3. And my floats are getting better. I do see right there. I got a little goober there. But there's a lesson in this one. When you're moving your Post-it app, don't skip rows. I totally skipped a row, and I kept looking at it thinking, it doesn't quite look right, and I couldn't figure out why. Because there's supposed to be a center row right there, and I totally skipped it. When I was moving my Post-it note up after each row, I somehow skipped that row and just completely went to the next one. And I didn't realize it until I was up here starting this ribbon. This little ribbon at the top. Didn't even notice it. So, I finished this. I cut my ends, promptly set this aside, and cast on number 4 yesterday. That's why I still have 2 ends here. I did weave in my ends as I went to try to see if that would help. Because I will say, weaving in ends, when you have as many as this has, gets a little chaotic. But I feel like overall, it's getting better. This has not been washed at all. It hasn't been blocked at all. So I think it'll probably be even better after I wash and block it. But swatch number 3, or attempt number 3, is in the books. So pretty. So, do y'all have pretty moments like that too? Do you ever just like cut your knitting, throw it away, and try again? Do you ever frog it and say, okay? Or do you just live with it? I'm kind of curious. Let me know. Talk to me here. Tell me I'm not the only one. So, in shop, we have a bit of things going on. I just did a show this past weekend, and it was, let's just be honest, it was very, very cold. But we survived. I was blessed with 2 pot holders from a customer. She's a viewer. She stopped by the booth. I got hugs, and she gave me gifts. I felt so loved. It was amazing. And I did get to see quite a few people that I knew. I got to run into friends, so that was wonderful. I got to see some vendors that I love chatting with. So that part was good. It was just brutally cold. March, I would have understood. May, not even close. Too cold for May. So, anyways, I'm home for 2 weeks, and then in 2 weeks from today, I will be sitting at ZK. Can you believe it? 2 weeks? Which is why there's yarn all behind me, like normal, but there's yarn in a basket right there, and in a basket right there, and a basket behind you, and there's a big pile over there on the bed behind y'all. There's yarn everywhere. Because I need to have stock. I'm vending. Sorry for somebody who had to drop, but I got their spot. So I am vending. If you're in the area, stop on by in the afternoon. I think it's private in the morning and open in the afternoon. If you need information, let me know. If you're there, come say hi. If you're not, I understand. It's a bit of a drive. But in the process of trying to get all that ready, I've been playing with some new colors. Do you want to see a couple before I go? Because I don't know what else to show you. So we'll look at the pretties. This is not even close to my color house normally, but it was a lot of fun to play with. What do you think of that? And then this is totally my color house. I might need this color to stay home with me. Can you see that? It's got a dark navy blue, but also a dark purple, and you can't tell where one end and the other one begins, and it's got this lovely light in between, and they just bleed into each other. Love this color. Love it. And then I was also playing with a new teal. And the camera just does not pick, the camera doesn't do this one justice at all. If I hold it, it just doesn't do it justice as much, but a beautiful, beautiful teal. Let's see what else we have over here. Oh, I had fun with this one. It was, I pulled this out of the pot, and it's a blue, it's a very dark blue with this purple, I don't want to say purple, it's a pink, pinky red. And I pulled it out, and of course it's on sparkle, but I pulled it out, and the first thing my son said was, "That's not Captain America, it's wrong." Honey, I wasn't going for Captain America, but that was where his brain was at. So I had a lot of fun just playing with some different colors. I have a few more speckles over here. I have this lovely, I love this colorway. This one, so much fun. So I've got some, like I said, I've got piles of yarn, people. It's lovely to see. I love sitting in fur. Anyways, that's what we have going. I will stop chatting. All my contact information's at the end. Get in touch with me if you need something, if you have questions. Otherwise, I'll see you next week. If you're in the area of ZK, let me know. See ya!